I am going to be demonstrating how to make coffee using the Chemex brewing method. The Chemex method was established in 1941 by a chemist named Peter Schlumberg. This is the Chemex brewer. It kind of looks like a vase. It's hourglass shaped with a wooden handle and a leather tie. And this helps prevent you from burning yourself when you're pouring out your coffee. The supplies you'll need is 1 Chemex, a food scale to weigh your coffee, or a postage scale would probably work too, some kind of scale. Coffee of your choice, whole beans. I'm using Verve coffee in flavor Yassel. A Chemex filter, which is essentially just a large square. There's special papers. I order mine off of Amazon. A coffee grinder and a gooseneck kettle, which I have heating on the stove right now. It's got this long, slender neck for easy pouring. Now I've got my coffee heating, or my water heating, and I like to heat it to just right below boiling. Now the first thing I'm going to do is place my filter in, and as you saw, it was a large square. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open it just like this. So 3 slices sheets are on this side and one's on this side. I'm just going to place it inside the Chemex like this. So it's open into the Chemex. Next, I'm going to grind my beans, and because my grinder will not reach over here, I am going to have to move to over here to do it. I zero out my scale without the lid on. I use 35 grams of beans to 500 grams of water. So I'm going to put my beans in. Put 35 grams in. Grind them, and you want them coarsely ground. You don't want them fine like you would in a classic pour-over coffee maker. When you're done, the beans will look roughly like this. Now, the next thing we're going to do is rinse your coffee. Now this water is heated to the degrees that I like, just below boiling. And I'm just going to rinse this filter so that it doesn't taste like paper. My coffee doesn't taste like paper. Now that this is finally drained through, it's drained completely through, I'm going to empty this into the sink. We don't want to use this coffee or this water because it is going to be kind of papery flavored. I'm now placing the Chemex onto the scale and zeroing out the scale. Placing my coffee in. I've placed 35 grams of grinds into the filter. Zero it in one more time. Now I am going to use this gooseneck kettle, and I'm going to pour about 150 grams of water in, and I'm going to do it in a swirling shape around the outer edges and slowly work inward. And this is called blooming. What it's doing is blooming the coffee. It's allowing all of the air that's trapped in it to kind of come out, and it's allowing the coffee to settle. This will take a few minutes. Probably about a minute, 30 seconds. While that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and get my coffee cup, favorite coffee cup of choice, and I'm going to also fill it with warm water. And this is so I don't commit what I like to call coffee murder, because it's really ruins your coffee, in my opinion, to place your nice, hot, freshly brewed artisan coffee into a cold mug. If you'll pay attention when you go into your coffee shops and order this method, they also do this. It just ensures that you get the overall best coffee experience. Now this is just about done blooming. I'm going to go ahead, I've got 150 grams in here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slowly add the rest of my coffee in. The rest of my water in. I'm doing it in a circular motion, just round and round. And it's at 400 grams, and once it gets down a little, I'll go ahead and put the last 100 grams in it. And once this is done, I'm not going to make you wait through this because it can take a few minutes. You just simply lift the filter up, throw it away, and empty your cup out. Pour your coffee in, and you enjoy your freshly roasted, freshly brewed. I also like fresh roasted coffee that is artisanally made.